Yo, what's goody? Welcome to the New Normal Podcast, a place where we give the everyday man and woman a voice, where the 90% will become the 10% and the 10% will come non-existent. I want to thank y'all for tuning in today. Today I got a pretty good topic. We're gonna talk about T.D. Jakes, some other things, and I'm late to this topic, but I just got put on. So this happened last year. But he was preaching a sermon and then someone got upset about what he was saying. And I'm gonna play it. Hold on. I be stealing my kids' apple juice, so that's what I'm drinking right now. And shout out to the homie. She told me to advertise her water for her, so it's a paid sponsorship. We doing big things. Key Solutions Water. She told me to wait on this to this summer till she got a website up, but I'm drinking it. Everybody say it's good, so we gonna do that. I'm about to share this screen real quick. I'm gonna play some of y'all. Let me know. Do y'all think T.D. Jake said anything bad right here? And we're gonna get into it.
To pour into him, sin would have never come into the world. Sin came into the world because Adam broke the order. We were not designed to receive from women. Your self-esteem is compromised when you have to ask your wife for lunch money. I'm not saying you got to be rich. I'm not saying you got to be famous. I'm saying that you have got to be the one who pours in, not the one who takes out. When Adam started eating out of his wife's hand, sin came in because the divine order was broken. This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now, because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house, but until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away. Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk back to me this morning.
Fair use. Fair use.
The conversation has become, let's prove to the men how dispensable they are. And it is born out of pain because we hurt you and betrayed you and lied to you and cheated to you. And you became like you became out of pain. Oh, Lord, I told you they wasn't going to like this, Jesus.
So that was T.D. Jakes. And from what I'm hearing, a lot of people were upset with T.D. Jakes from preaching that message right there. I don't understand why that was an issue. If you grew up in church, you've heard a lot more harsher messages, especially when it comes to sexuality, um, sinning, cheating, stuff like that. But it seems like this shit acting slow. But it seems like when women are questioned or when a man speaks on a woman's behavior, it's an issue now. I don't understand where we became as a society where we have a people or a gender that's above reproach. Like we can't speak on women at any time, any place. The thing is, a woman can sit up in church and listen to a man talk about a dude was born from immaculate conception. A woman can sit in church and listen to a man talk about someone spit in the ground and made eyeballs. Someone was raised from the dead. A donkey started talking to him. or whatever. A nigga was ate by a whale. All of the parables and think those things are real and those things are true. But the issue becomes when TD Jake started talking about, hey, your career is interfering with making families. You're mean, nasty, you're ferocious, you're not applauded for your femininity. Society is raising women to be men. All of those things that he said was true. And I don't necessarily think it's because men hurt women. I think the issue is now when it comes to dating and relationships and stuff like that is you've given an opportunity for women to make their own money. And since women can make their own money, the need for men isn't there anymore. Where there was a time where men would just say, hey, I got the money. Now shut up and do what I'm gonna say, or you ain't gonna have nobody else to take care of you. But now women are making their own money, and men have to provide more to for women other than money nowadays. And so that's where we having a big disconnect because we have so many men that are making money, but still aren't getting the cooperation or the femininity that they think they're supposed to get, or the cooperation that they think they're supposed to get, or the tones or the voice or spoken to in a certain manner that they think they're supposed to get because women make their own money. Women do have a I don't need you, nigga. I make my own money type of mindset, even if it's $30,000 a year, even if she has credit card debt stacked to the ceiling, even even if she's living paycheck to paycheck. Because you got to understand, women understand there's a safety net in our society for women, homeless shelters, Section 8, food stamps, a lot of those things are men and women say men can get those things too. But the thing is, men a lot of times aren't awarded those things. And if they do, a lot of men don't want to accept government handouts because that's just not a man's mentality. Men have to work, have to build, and have to do for themselves to actually feel like a man. And so that's the issue that we're running into today is a lot of women aren't going to be submissive to a man unless he makes a buku amount of money. You can listen to these podcasts and listen to women or the street interviews of women when they're asked how much money does a man have to make, and women will tell you $250,000, $500,000, $1 million. It's like, really, you really think it's men out there that's making? Not saying it isn't, but you think that you're going to come across a man that's making that type of money that you will be in a small subset of women who would be able to compete for this man, and you think you can bag him, you can get him. Sure, you might be in access to this man to have sex with him, but that doesn't mean that he will pick you. And that's the problem and the issue that we're running into. What they had the reports of how many women would be single and childless by 2030. That's crazy. That's scary. This is something that no one has ever predicted. They keep telling us about overpopulation, which I think is dumb because from a study that I had seen, they said they can put all the people in the world standing shoulder to shoulder inside of the state of California. So I don't think there's an overpopulation, and people keep sounding about resources, but the human race is very resourceful. Well, like I said, what TD Jakes just said is true. Women are being praised for being masculine, being ferocious, climbing the corporate ladder. I could do it all my on my own. I don't understand. My thing is, I don't understand why so many women want to have struggle awards. I don't understand it. That is the weirdest thing. Why do so many women want to sign up to be the mama and the daddy? Why, when Father's Day comes around, they dogging out the men and claiming that they need a Father's Day gift as well? I seen a woman the other day asking the question, why when men raise children, they don't become feminine, but when women raise children, they become masculine? We all know the answer to that, but if you don't know, the answer is because masculinity is what raises children and steer children in the right direction, not femininity. Not when the child bangs his knee, you're like, oh, baby, come here. Let me rub and kiss it in your boo boo. The word is not even like that. The word is not even built like that. To where when you fall down, hold on, what they say? Where you fall down and people will be there for you. What you said, Louisiana. But yeah, but like I said, it's weird. It's weird that we have so many people and so many women that want struggle awards. They want struggle trophies. They want to be the mama and the daddy. They want to say, I get, you got to think about this. This is some weird shit. And let's talk about this. Why do women want to, why do women want to change all the diapers, wake up every feed the baby every time they need feeding, breastfeeding, doctor's appointments, like do everything themselves and go to work and protect the household and do a whole bunch of other stuff just to have this pat on the back or some type of, I guess, camaraderie from her other single mother friends, of them congratulating each other on the struggle Olympics. That is the weirdest thing. Why do y'all think women want to sign up to be single mothers? And women claim they don't sign up to be single mothers. But let's be real. If you marry before you carry, a lot of this shit will be non-existent. Let's be real. Marriage is not 100% foolproof. Okay. But a lot of y'all, most of the people that I've met have been pregnant longer than they have known the person that they're having a baby by. A lot of people that I know that have had children or pregnant have been pregnant longer than they have known the person that they're in a relationship with. But a lot of people don't say that. So, like I said, if we do marry before carry, it will eliminate a lot of shit. And women say marriage doesn't stop nothing. Marriage doesn't stop nothing. But when men are telling you that, hey, you should marry a man before you get into uh thinking about having a baby, it's because us as men know that means something. If a man decides to propose to you, go out and buy your ring, go to the extent of signing on a paper to say, hey, that you're my property, or we belong to each other, however you want to view that. But women say marriage doesn't mean anything. No, you think marriage doesn't mean anything. To a lot of men, marriage means a lot. If you look at divorce rates, who initiate divorce the most? Women do. And it goes up a lot when that woman is college educated. So think to yourself, what's really going on? What's really good? Why do women want to sign up for the struggle Olympics? I want to release the women, especially black women, because that's all I've ever dated. That's I don't date any other race of women. I want to release women from the bondage of single motherhood. I want to release them. I don't know why that people keep signing up for it. And we have social media. You have your mama, you have your homegirls, you have your cousins, you got your auntie, you got all these people around that you can learn from, that you can see. Being a single mother is not all it's cracked up to be, but we still have women signing up to do the same thing. And don't get me wrong, busting a nut feel good. I ain't trying to act like it don't feel good. I'm not trying to act like I'm above wanting to have fun and good sex and stuff like that. Like busting a nut does feel good. At the same time, why would you want to sign up for that? Like we making lifelong decisions off of temporary feelings. See, that's the thing that so many people are getting lost in the sauce, again lost in that in sex, to where they're like, okay, I'm gonna have sex with this person unprotected and don't even think about the consequences of, damn, I gotta raise a kid. And it ain't no 18 years, it ain't no 21 years. Having a child is a lifelong thing. I'm 34 years old. I still call my mama when I need some type of advice, when I might be short on a bill or something, or some money or something like that. Like I might call my mom and say, hey mama, I need some money to do this. I might call my father and say, hey daddy, can you come and help me build this porch outside in the backyard? Can you show me how to do X, Y, and Z? So it's not a just because I'm grown, I'm at your house, you're done with children. This is a lifelong thing. Grandchildren, great grandchildren. You got to think about all of this stuff. And I don't understand why us as people, especially black people, we think being single mothers and baby daddies and baby mamas is some cool shit, which is really ain't. And like I said, I don't even think you necessarily have to marry the state. And see, that's a lot of the issues that a lot of people don't. understand, because women claim that men don't want to get married. Men don't want to marry the state because of the unfair laws that's going on. And we all know that men need to be in the house to rear these children. If the men aren't in the house to rear children, you have issues like this. Let me show y'all. You'll have an issue just like this if men are not in the house rearing these children. Let me show y'all. I can't make this shit bigger. Oh dang! I said I won't start cussing. Trying not to cuss anymore when I do these podcasts too. So y'all better with a nigga.
Took away his phone.
And you know why this sad right here? You hear this woman sniffling in the background. Is because this is supposed to be, I think, a 12-year-old boy. It says 12-year-old boy did this after moms takes his phone away. This is why fathers need to be in the house. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm 5'11", right? My mother is 5'4". I was taller and bigger than my mama when I was 10 years old. Y'all don't understand what I just said. I'm 5'11". My mama is 5'4". I was taller and bigger than my mother when I was 10 years old. So what that means is, yes, a 12-year-old boy, what is a mother going to do when she takes a cell phone from her son and he goes and trashes the whole house like that? What's she going to do? She going to beat his ass? And I know women like to think that they can beat up men and do all of this type of stuff, but they even had like even a high school soccer team beat the U.S. women's soccer team. 15-year-old boys be grown as women. Like I said, this right here is a prime example of why fathers need to be in the household.
A 12-year-old boy did this after mom took away his phone.
Just think about this. This young boy is going to be in school with your children. He told oh, she asked what he do. He tore up the house. You want me to play the video? I'm gonna keep playing the video so you can see it. Hold on. But that's what I'm saying. Oh, I'll tell you about T.D Jake in a minute. Hold on. So right now I'm saying that men, this is one of the reasons why men need to be in the house. I was saying that I'm 5'11". My mama 5'4", right? So at 10 years old, I was bigger than my mama at 10 years old. And this boy is 12 years old. What is a mother supposed to do when a 12-year-old boy gets upset and throws temper tantrum like this? She's gonna have to call the police on him. She's going to have to call the police on him. And it's sad that so many young boys are going to jail or get introduced to the judicial system because their mothers are too afraid to deal with them or too small or don't know how to rear young boys. And like I said, this is going on and on. But I was talking about T.D. Jakes, when T.D. Jakes was saying that women aren't applauded for their femininity. We're raising women to be men. Um, they're applauded for climbing the corporate ladder. If you want me to play it again for you. Hold on, let me go back and find it. Let me go back and find it, guys. Hold on. Another thing is, can we please cancel Blueface and Krishan? Because that shit is getting ridiculous. She didn't hit this nigga across the head with a bottle, and the way that he's talking to her. I'm finna play it. I missed it too. Apparently, he said this last year. Hold on, let me find this. Hold on. Hopefully, yeah, here you go. All right, Couture. Is that how you say her name? Katera? Hold on, I'm gonna play it. All right, Eric, I'm gonna call you. I called you yesterday. You ain't even answer the phone. My feelings hurt. You hurt my feelings, bro. But it's been me. I've been bull driving lately about coming to see you because we need to link up and get on this podcast stuff.
Allowed Eve to pour into him, sin would have never come into the world. Sin came into the world because Adam broke the order. We were not designed to receive from women. Your self-esteem is compromised when you have to ask your wife for lunch money. I'm not saying you got to be rich. I'm not saying you got to be famous. I'm saying that you have got to be the one who pours in, not the one who takes out. When Adam started eating out of his wife's hand, sin came in because the divine order was broken. This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now, because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away.
See, these are things that I was saying earlier. The issue is when it comes to relationships nowadays is women are making their own money. And men, all they had to do was make money. They didn't have to provide anything else. So when you have women nowadays who's making close to what men making on average, it's going to cause a conflict because women are saying, oh, I don't have to take this, I don't have to take that, I'm out, I'm about to bounce. Even when we know women hold 80% of the consumer debt, they don't give a damn. They'll leave. They don't care because it's like, I'll find somebody else if you won't do it. What they say, get somebody else to do it. I think he's right too. But from what I hear, they said 1,000 women left his church after this was said. Because, like I said, we can women to sit up under a man talk about an immaculate conception, raising people from the dead, a dude got ate by a whale, um, just a whole bunch of mystical stuff. And I'm not saying it's real or fake, but the issue is when he says something about climbing the corporate ladder, saying something about your career, saying that we need families, saying those type of things is an issue and it's a problem. And women women want to leave his congregation because of that. That's weird to say.
Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk back to me this morning. The conversation has become, let's prove to the men how dispensable they are. And it is born out of pain because we hurt you.
But I'm gonna say something that a lot of people ain't gonna think I'm gonna say. I do think most men are dispensable. I honestly do. And it goes. It's a lot of different factors today. I do think a lot of men are dispensable. We have so many men raised by single mothers, and this is not a knock against single mothers, but we have so many men raised by single mothers. How are they going to be men, and how are they going to learn how to lead a household and be leaders and have other qualities outside of just being what the date master say, a billfold and dildo? How does he know what to be outside of that? How can he be something outside of that if all he's been told to do is just get money? He doesn't possess any masculine tendencies. He doesn't know how to work with his hands. He hasn't been in a household where a man fixes a light switch, stop the leak on the toilet, learn how to protect the household, cut grass, trim hedges. He hasn't been in a household where typically he see men do these type of things. Let me see what she said. I'm gonna put it on here. All men won't feel needed. Many women want to take control, but then demand a man to lead. It doesn't work that way. I think everyone is dispensable. I really feel like the boys of this generation are wrong because they're completely coddled. Dads are very important. I agree. The issue with our dating scene is when it comes to our community, black community, we have a lot of men who have dropped the ball. Even fathers. This is the thing that scares me when it comes to dating. We have fathers who are in the home with young ladies, and these fathers are scared to actually have real conversations with their daughters and tell their daughters about how men think, how men move, and what you should do and what men, how men process stuff. Because me and my wife will have a simple conversation. I could be sitting on the couch, minding my business. My wife would say, "Hey, baby, what are you thinking about?" And I said, "My mind is in a nothing box." My wife could not comprehend what I was saying. I said, "Baby, my mind is in a nothing box. I'm thinking about absolutely nothing." And she could not comprehend that there was a time in my day where I could not think about anything. Whereas when we had this conversation and keep going, she was saying, "Well, I think about this, I think about that, I think about this. All my mind is always running." And I said, that's why a lot of women don't have peace, because a lot of women can't quiet their minds. Women's minds are like a ball of yarn. A man's mind is like a box. I have boxes that I put stuff in. I compartmentalize. Women's minds is intertwined and tangled up like a ball of yarn. So you're thinking about a bunch of things at one time. That's why your mind keeps going. That's why you can't shut off. That's why you have this extra stress. And that's why I don't understand, like I said, why women want to sign up for single motherhood. And I know women are going to say women don't sign up for that. But let's be real. I'm going to say this again. I know plenty women who have gotten pregnant and been pregnant longer than they were in a relationship. I know people having sex, have sex with somebody, get pregnant within a month, have a baby, and about the second or third month of you being pregnant, y'all broke up and you've been pregnant longer than you were in a relationship. And this is not a rare story. This is not a rare occasion. This happens a lot. I know a lot of women who have been pregnant longer than they have been in a relationship with their baby fathers. That is a sad reality, but people are doing it. Women are doing it. We've seen so many people and so much stuff that we can watch on TV that shows us, hey, being a single mother it's not the best thing. The struggle of being a single mother is not good. And we have women who's doing this multiple times, multiple kids, multiple baby daddies. Just think about the dysfunction in that house. I know women like that too, but when I advise them to abort it, they get mad. But see, I would never. That's just me. I would never advise anybody to kill their own children because it's like if I'm a person, this is just me. I love me, and anything that comes from me, I'm gonna love it too. So just your human natural imperative for someone to tell you to abort their kid, it's like, damn, you think I'm a fucked up individual if you think I have to go and kill my child. So I just can't. I just can never say that to anyone. That hey, I think you should abort your child because y'all only been having sex for a month. Nah, your natural imperative is to have kids. That's just natural. That's part of having sex. And I'm gonna say something. Donald Trump, when that it got overturned, and I know a lot of people don't like Donald Trump or whatever. This is don't take the politics out of it. When Roe versus Wade got overturned, Donald Trump got on the podium with a white lady. The white lady said, "Thank you, Donald Trump, for saving white lives." The white lady got on the podium and said, "Thank you, Mr. Trump, for saving white lives." Who in our community is saying, "Hey, thank you for saving black lives"? Like we say the stupidest stuff in our community and wonder why we fight against ourselves. For instance, you have so many black people say, "Get out and vote, get out and vote, get out and vote." But you killed half of your voting block through abortion. Just think if you never aborted babies, our population has not even grown in America. Just think about that. We've probably been 13% probably the last 60, 70 years. So that should let you know you tell me, hey, we need to go out, get out and vote, but you killed half of your voting block right there. You killed half the numbers to make change in America right there. You say you care about black people, but then you go along with people who want to commit genocide against black people. How can you say I'm pro-black and then you say, oh, I agree with abortion? And I'm gonna say something that's even more controversial. You had now people take abortion and the topic of abortion and try to empower abortion. Like people say, oh, I take the word nigga and now I use it as empowerment. Oh, women say, "Oh, when I say bitch, it's not derogatory. It means I'm a bad bitch. I mean, it's good." Like what? You really out here telling me? And what I mean by that is now people are calling abortion health care. People are calling abortion health care. If you could call abortion health care, well, why can't I call rape making love? You see how that works? If you can take something that was supposed to be so detrimental and hurtful to a race of people and then flip it and say it is healthcare, well, why can't I come and say rape is making love? Do you see how that works? Because if you know the history of abortion, it was made by Margaret Sanger. I did a whole podcast about this where people were calling into the abortion clinics and white people were saying, hey, I wanted to make sure this money goes to aborting a black baby. Why do you think 70% of the abortion clinics are in black and brown neighborhoods? She said black people were like weeds and needed to be exterminated. Why do we have to we it's crazy. It's crazy now that we have people telling you you need to abort a child when we know how to get children. My mom used to always tell me this growing up. I don't need abortion because as a woman, I know how not to get pregnant. It's just that simple. And people like to use straw man arguments. They try to use a pencil to hold up a house. Well, what about ectopic pregnancy? You mean something that's 100,000 cases at most? Nothing is absolute. Nothing in life is absolute. I agree. I agree. If abortion, hold on, I ain't see your comment before that. My bad. Let me see what you say. Understood, but we have multiple kids with no dads already struggling, and you just met this man. I think it's unfair to those kids. Stop bringing kids into poverty. Get your life together. I agree with that too. I agree with both of those statements that you said. I don't think. I don't think. Honestly, I take it a step farther. I don't even think you should be having sex if you are poor. Fuck the condom. How as a I don't know about women, so I ain't gonna say about women. I'm just in my mind, and I'm using how I think as a man on women. So I'm not gonna do that. So me as a man, if I'm broke, my sex drive is killed. My sex drive is dead. I don't I it, I have ED, erectile dysfunction, when my pockets is empty. So I don't even understand how, as a man, you are around here trying to run and chase behind women, and you know your financial situation is messed up. And that's me as a man. I don't even know how you can go around here and have sex while your pockets is hurting like that. That nigga, just me being broke kills my self-esteem so much. Nigga, I don't watch no porn. I don't want to go hang out. Nigga, I'm moody. I'm irritable. Nigga, what they say, that it feel like when they time of the month, that's how I am, nigga. I ain't got no time to play. Like, so even as me using my mindset and talking to other men, and we having the same mindset. I don't know if women work like that, so I'm not going to put that on you. But how is a woman, if you know you broke, how can you just lay on your back and be okay with getting fucked on? Especially if you know the man that's having sex with you don't have no money. See, that's the problem. A lot of women are having sex with men who don't have no money. But I was watching what that show is. I was watching Lip Service with Angela Yee, right? And they were talking about how niggas that don't have anything, or men that have a lot of time on their hands, or broke men, they give the best dick. Say a man that's busy, a man that's on his purpose, a man that's making a lot of money is too busy and concerned about making money and keeping that money. He doesn't have time to lay on you and fuck on you a whole hour. Baby, you got a good 10 strong minutes. You better get yours, because I got to go answer these fucking phone calls. I got to go and get in this meeting real quick. I got to go and try to put something together for my family and my kids. I can't just be laying on you an hour a day and be cuddling, laid up, pillow talking with you all day. Of course, you're going to feel like a nigga that ain't got nothing to lose going to give you the best sexual experience. I said, I'm going to stop cussing. Look at me. Harsh, but I agree. I don't even want to have sex if I'm broke. And that's the thing. Like, what are we doing as a race of people? And I used to be like, damn, the government shouldn't chip people up, but it should be a thing where people are chipped up. And I think after you reach a certain financial status for a certain period of time, the chip should be able to be taken out or unlocked, so you can have kids and they can be financially provided for. That would cut down on a lot of stuff. If we made sure, or the chip made sure you was married before you had kids. And like I said, I know a lot of women are gonna say marriage doesn't do anything, or marriage isn't foolproof. We know that 100%. But let's go back to what I was saying. As men, when men are telling women you should get married, it's because us as men know that man thinks a lot of you to want to marry you, to want to provide for you. and a family if he goes to the extent of getting on one knee, getting a ring, and getting the state involved to marry you. Because it's a lot of people out here just having sex. It's a lot of men. A lot of men was out here having sex with multiple women, and he decided to want to marry you. That means he thinks highly of you, other than the other women. He wants more from you than the other women. So when T.D. Jakes is sitting here saying you're climbing the corporate ladder and you're leaving the family behind, that is a true thing. They're using schools as daycares. You got to understand, COVID hit. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. Anybody watching? I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I don't know how it is in your state or city, but when COVID hit, and Birmingham City Schools is a failing school system. But when COVID hit, did you know they still had to provide lunches for children because children were only going to school to eat, not to get an education, to eat. And Birmingham school systems have been failing now probably 20 years. Now you ask yourself, why the fuck do parents still send their children to a Birmingham City school system? And you know the issues that they're having. You got to think to yourself, we care more about entertainment than we do school system. They built a new stadium in our city last year for last, or whenever, however long it's been here. They built a new stadium, but they don't even care about the children education. These the people who are our future. I used to feel this way about school. School is not necessary. Me growing up, but the future is going to be very, very necessary. What I mean by that, ain't gonna be no motherfucking shade tree mechanics in the backyard working on a Tesla. Did you hear what I said? It ain't finna be no nigga in your backyard or a nigga that just got a shop in his backyard that you could just pull up and he know about fucking batteries on Teslas and other electrical components to make your Tesla run right. It's gonna have to be somebody that's went to school or have been studied to understand how to make this Tesla run and run properly. It ain't gonna be nobody gonna be able to go to a restaurant and just be a server. It's gonna be somebody that's gonna have to work in the restaurant and learn how to work on the robots that's bringing your food to your table and making sure the robots are run properly so that so they can go to the right tables. They don't run over nobody, they don't hit nobody. Sensors and shit in the robot are working properly. People don't say this. People don't understand where we're going in future. It ain't gonna be, like I said, it's not gonna be a person at the table, waiters anymore. It's gonna be a nigga that's working on robots. That robots send your food out to your table. It ain't gonna be no nigga in McDonald's flipping burgers anymore. It's gonna be a nigga that's gonna have to go work on the machine that make the burgers and the sandwiches that shoot them. That's gonna be shooed out to your car, shot out to your car where it's not gonna be anybody working there. So when I say technologically advanced in the next 10 to 20 years, you're going to need some type of education and mechanical engineering, electrical, some sort like that to be secure in the future. Let me finish playing this video.
And betrayed you and lied to you and cheated to you, and you became like you became out of pain. Oh, Lord, I told you they wasn't gonna like this, Jesus.
Like I say, that's the time we're living in now. And I want to release black women from the bondage of single motherhood. Y'all gotta stop this shit. Y'all gotta end this shit. Y'all get mad about anytime a man says something. And I've been saying this has been a recurring theme on social media. Men need to stay out of women's business. If we talking about a period, okay, I get you. I understand. Because I don't know what it's like to have a period. I would never even sit there and tell you about a period. I never even had a conversation with a woman about her period, other than her telling me what was going on. And it was like, oh, okay. And that's it. I don't say anything else. But when it comes to relationships and how we interact with each other, you mean to tell me I can't tell y'all, hey, you acting kind of masculine. Hey, you talking to me kind of rough. Hey, you treat men as they're disposable. Hey, why do you look and view men like that? Why do we have so many women now that really think men are supposed to give them money because they're having sex? I thought sex was an equal exchange. But when men tell women, hey, sex is sacred, and then you hear all these women or been in a relationship with a woman and you're having sex with her, all of a sudden you having sex with her 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and she's saying, what are we? And you have to look at her and say, we're this. And she said, what is this? And you answer her, I'm having sex. I thought you were having sex. I thought we were having sex. What changed? Well, I want more than this. Why? Because we know typically, and I know it's going to be a woman out there that's going to argue, well, I can have sex like a man, and my emotions don't get ain't connected when I have sex. Okay, that's fine and dandy. That's cool. If you can do that, you might be the anomaly. I personally have never had a sexual partner or a FB that I can sleep with longer than 2 months, that's not trying to put me in a relationship or feel as if her vagina or giving me vagina is worthy of me locking it down or getting into a relationship or saying that she's my woman. Some type of title. I have not been there. I have not seen that. I haven't been involved with that type of woman. If I run across that woman, or if I had, that would have been great. That was really all I ever needed in my life. But it seems like if you have sex with a woman for an extended period of time and you know what you're doing and you're good with women and you're available to a woman to a certain extent, she's going to want to have more than you just laying dick on her. Like, women are replacing family with careers right now. That's what TD Jake said. TD Jake said women are replacing family with careers. We're losing our families because women want to be climb the corporate ladder. And you got to ask yourself, if so many women are focused on careers, then that means that a woman will be masculine, because most of these environments are male dominated spaces. Most of these companies and um how they layer the companies and how they situate them are based on how men think how they should work. Hierarchies, climbing the ladder, boss, CEO, manager, employee, all of these things are based on how men view and have dominance on. When we have this alpha man talk, people, I now see people trying to come back and say alpha man and alpha woman isn't a thing. But yes, it is, because we have that. What you mean? You got the highest thing in the country is the president. Then you got the vice president. So that lets you know right there, as people and titles, they mean something. It tells us where we belong in certain societies, in certain structures, in certain environments. So while now we got so many people, oh, alpha is being debunked. That's stupid. Yes, there is going to be a top dog. And sometimes that top dog will be challenged for his position. If he keeps it or not depends on his performance or how well he's able to keep said position. So if you got women trying to climb this corporate ladder in these masculine spaces, she's only going to be masculine. Women are supposed to be kept up, not rolled hard. Women are supposed to be kept up, not roll hard. And what we're doing now in our society, we're telling women, go out here, go to school, work 60 hours a week, make 100K. Do you know the type of time and stuff that it takes for you to make that, if you're not smart enough to put yourself in a position to make that type of money where you can still be at home with family? Women have to, when Tesla pays women to have abortions, you got to understand that is a plan or a scheme because we know when it comes to work, y'all not gonna like this. Women are the worst employees to hire, not because of productivity. And we could get into that because productivity might be a thing. But my point here is women are the worst employees to hire because they get pregnant and might get pregnant multiple times. So if I'm a Tesla company, I can say, you know what, go get your abortion. You're only gonna be out maybe a week. I don't know how abortions work. You might be out a week getting your pussy back together. You might be out 1 week, and compared to, you might be out a whole 9 months, 6 months. Let's say you might be out 2 years on maternity leave. Now I'm paying you to be at home with your children. So if I'm weighing this up, hell yeah. But guess who telling y'all this is underpopulated? Elon Musk. Elon Musk said the world is underpopulated, and I'm trying to have many kids as I can. Elon Musk got 9 children. People so concerned, and that's a real thing about money and career and fulfillment. But studies shown women are more fulfilled when they raise families, have kids, in a marriage, being stable. Why do you think so many women have a rise in taking psychiatric medication now? Why do y'all think that is? If you're watching on YouTube, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, y'all make sure y'all like the video, share it, get it out there. But what T.D Jake said, it shouldn't have been an issue. We shouldn't have had women leave a congregation because he's speaking something that's factual. Something that's so factual. I'm finna play something else for y'all. This shit is sad. Mm. Hey, if y'all watching, hey, what new music y'all listening to? I've been trying to find some good music to listen to. I've been listening to Sir on repeat lately. So if y'all watching, y'all put in the comment what new music y'all listening to right now. And Masego and shit like that. But let me share this real quick. Yeah.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. 1. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so you know it really male figures.
Hell, hold on.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. 1. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so you know it really male figure.
And see, what she said is the issue. It is a generational curse that we're in right now. Over and over and over and over, generation after generation after generation, because you think this how you grew up is supposed to be okay. You didn't grow up with the father. Now you say, I didn't grow up with the father. And you think that's normal? You think that's good? You don't think you're gonna need help? The lady earlier said she don't want the commitment or the responsibility of family. You got to ask yourself, a lot of women are out here just trying to get a baby. They don't want the man, they don't want the responsibility, they don't want the actual family, because when you add the man, the baby, and the family, it's a lot more work that goes into it. So they think.
Is not substantially important in the family.
Why? Ask yourself why. Why do you think this is okay? Why do you think this is cool? Why do you think this is something that you want to do as a black woman? And before y'all go and be like, oh, it takes two, the stupid shit y'all say, it do take two. It does take two to make a child. Responsibility wise, who gonna die from having a child? Who could potentially die from having a child though? I'll wait. Y'all always say it takes two to have a child. We know that. But who's more responsible for the child? For health, for making sure it gets here on time, for being sick, morning sickness, doctor's appointments, actually your body changing, gaining weight, having to take drink stuff to make sure you don't have gestational diabetes, swabbing your coochie and your pussy and all this. And the reason I know all this because I was there for both of my kids. We took birthing classes and other stuff, so I'm listening and I understand it's a lot that goes into having a child. So when it comes to responsibility, why would you want to do that by yourself? So just that alone. And black women, I always like to say, well, it's dangerous or scary to have a child as a black woman because black women are still dying at a higher rate than other women when it comes to giving birth. They say black women are dying at a higher rate when it comes to giving birth. But do you know why that is? Do you know? I know a lot of black women who wait 6, 7 months before they even go get a doctor's checkup. I know women that's going 6 and 7 months, and the doctor's now worried about if the baby's going to be breached. I know this is from my experience. Both of my children were breached at a late stage in the game, like third trimester, and they were teaching us and telling us certain things we should do, massages, positions, stretches that my wife should do to make sure that the baby would flip over so they would come head first. Otherwise she would have to have a C-section. Nobody talks about this, but everybody thinks, oh, fucking is just fun. That's cool. That's fine and dandy. Fucking is just fun. But like I say, when it takes two to have a baby, but responsibility wise, it's more on the woman. Because like I said, when both of my children late in the game of pregnancy, third trimester, they had to teach us massages, stretches, positions that my wife should have to do to open up her hips a certain type of way to get my babies to rotate so they would come out head first. Otherwise, she would have to have a C-section. And C-sections are more dangerous sometimes. But y'all, like I said, we're doing this type of stuff, and there's so much information out here. We're in the information age, and nobody is using the information. We got a bunch of dummies on smartphones. Like I see shit all day long on social media, all day long when I'm scrolling. I'm like, bruh, This is the shit that people really want to talk about. Most people when it comes to relationships in our community, it's only about cheating. That's all people want to talk about is cheating. That's all people, all the baby mamas that's out here. Ain't nobody started but this is what I go through every day by being a single mother. I have to wake up every time the baby crying. I have to change all the diapers. I have to be there and be and take my child to daycare and find a job suitable enough to work around the schedule of said daycare. Or I got to find an affordable daycare to go to, or I'm sending my children with their grandmama where they ain't learning shit all fucking day, where they ain't eating proper nutrition. With grandma on her last leg, and I'm too broke to actually send them to daycare. And I'm just hoping my grandma live in the next 6 years, 5 years, so I can send them to public school, so it could be a daycare. Why nobody talk about this? Why? Question I'm asking. Like I told y'all, gestational diabetes. You got to think about this. 80% of black women are overweight. Now throw a baby on top of that and understand what gestational diabetes is and how scary that is. Your blood pressure is going to be high. You're more high risk. If you want to have a natural birth, a lot of that is canceled out. How you have your birth is affected. How you have your birth is affected. Nobody's telling women, hey, do you know if you go to this hospital, like this is what I didn't even know. And this is like I said, we talk about it, and I'll be trying to be very transparent. So with my child, my children, we look at hospitals. One of the hospitals will say, well, you know, you can't walk around or do this type of birth and all this other type of shit. The other hospital say, yeah, you know, while you're in labor, you can walk down the hallway, go get you some snacks. But when you do that, you got to keep this monitor on you. And you know, you can't have a water birth, but you can labor in the tub. So if it gets, strenuous or you feel uncomfortable, you can go run you a hot bath water, a hot tub of water and sit in the tub and labor in the tub. But when the baby comes out, then that means you have to go and get on the bed and give birth. Oh, we got this stool right here that you get to sit on. And this stool makes you more comfortable to sit on when you give birth. But this hospital doesn't have that. Or this hospital here makes you stay in the bed the whole time you're laboring and giving birth. Damn, that thunder coming down out there. Why don't we talk about real shit? Like if we got so many single mothers, maybe if we gave so much information like this, we can stop a lot of the bullshit that go on. Let's talk about the hormonal shit. Do you want to walk around with a bottle all goddamn day, spinning the bottle all day because your hormones are out of whack and you're a spitter? Let's talk about swollen feet, clothes that don't fit. These are just normal shit that comes with pregnancy. Why don't we talk about this? I want to release black women from the bondage of single motherhood, from the bondage of thinking they have to go get a career. I want to release black men on the bondage of thinking they don't have to be men nowadays. That a lot of these guys are raised by their mothers, so they're looking for women to take care of them. I want to release a lot of us from a lot of this degeneracy that we got, a lot of this bullshit that we're going, a lot of this thinking that we have to be gangster or thinking that it's good to be out here driving the boat and popping your pussy and putting your camel toe all on TikTok and Facebook and all of this stuff, twerking and shit. But this is what's going on nowadays. This is just the bullshit of our society. Why do y'all want to sign up for this? Why would anybody want to sign up for this? If you could just look at the shit that's going on in our community, if you could just look at the bullshit, just look at the bullshit. But that's what happens. That's what happens. See, women like men like this. This is what a lot of women like. Women want men like this. Right here. I'm gonna show y'all.
Say yes.
Where did you shoot that?
Is you gonna have my baby? Say yes, or the next one gonna hit you.
Yes.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
On, where did you shoot it? Did you put a hole somewhere?
Is you gonna have my
yes.
baby?
Yes. Stop pointing at me.
For you wake the neighbors up. For you wake the neighbors up.
Like, where's even?
Is you yo?
Yes. I said yes. I want to have.
So you
baby.
swear to God?
I swear to God.
Say yes.
Where did you shoot that?
Is you gonna have my baby? Say yes, or the next one gonna hit you.
Yes.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
On, where did you shoot it? Did you put a hole somewhere?
Is you gonna have my
yes.
baby?
Yes. Stop pointing at me.
For you wake the neighbors up. For you wake the neighbors up.
Like, where's even?
Is you yo?
Yes. I said yes. I want to have.
So you swear to God?
I swear to God.
Now just think these two people are actually having a fucking kid, and your kid got to go to school with these motherfuckers right here. Your kid got to go to school with these two people who's going to procreate. Look at the degenerate shit that they doing. Look at the stupid shit they doing. And they filming this. This is a person filming this stupid ass shit right here. Threatening her with a gun, shooting, and asking her to have a baby. And she's saying yes. The question you should ask, why does this get to this point? Why did this young man think this shit is cute? Why? And I'm pretty sure this young lady probably stayed in this relationship. I'm pretty sure. Because you got to ask yourself, what the fuck really going on with all these people and all this degenerate shit? And why do people think this shit is funny? Why do people think this shit is cute? And like I said, I'm going to say this shit again. Can we counsel Krishan and Blueface? Please, can we counsel them? Can we please counsel them? As a matter of fact, let's counsel Blueface and Krishan right now for the dumb shit they be doing.
And all that was being seen with her. Like, Krishan is precious to us. That shit, listen, when that shit hit home, that shit hurt. And then that shit was fucked up.
Can I ask you something?
What?
Is she doing better?
I don't know. Is she covering it up? I mean, what? Y'all covering it up?
You don't know. Are y'all here? Is it?
Like what?
First and foremost, why are women talking to a man in this manner? Aggressive, argumentative, acting like they want to fight. Why?
Is it bigger than what?
Don't come like that, because
like what? You know what coming? I reached my hand out for you.
Better.
Did I reach my hand out for you?
Didn't appreciate all the mistreatment. She's a fucking princess. Listen, you had her in your fucking control. So okay. I expect you to control her.
So you don't want to be treated like that. Okay.
She loves you. She loves you. Okay. And she ain't under your control. So she's under your care. You hear me?
What she's saying to you? It's her fault. I'm her fault. Nice to meet you, Father. You know what I mean? What's your name?
And now we see why these women act like that, because the daddy act like this. This is the patriarch in that family. This man is acting like this. And if y'all ain't seen the latest shit that's going on, hold on, I'm finna show y'all. So the last shit that I seen from these fucking goofballs that they keep putting on fucking TV. These fucking goofballs that keep putting on TV and people are watching it. It's really just you watching this shit because it's a wreck. It's like watching a race. You know somebody gonna wreck, and at this point, it's been nothing but wrecks this whole race. And they might just even stop. Ain't nobody gonna win this shit. Fuck, I'm trying to find out where I seen that video at. Oh, there's somebody else's video. Hold on. I don't do nobody else's video. But yeah, I'm trying to find a video when Krishan hit Blueface with this bottle because this don't make no sense that we watching that they allowing something like this to go on. Like it's crazy that they letting this go on and we in the era of believe all women, protect black women, all of this bullshit right now. And they letting these two motherfuckers fight each other. They fight each other. It's not abuse. They're fighting each other.
Shut up, man. But that's your boyfriend. Get that. Listen, keep talking. Stay in your place. Don't go.
Y'all bear with me. It's
Stay in your place. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. You know I wasn't. You know I wouldn't come to that. All that you know. You know what? I'm not here to nothing. Like that. I'm saying it. Don't do that. Do what? Don't touch.
At all. People like this.
Like that ever. So you teach your daughter to put her hands on me? No. So who taught her? No. She did that herself. She did herself. I'll say somebody first to finish. Sean. You better stop. You better start fighting. Start fighting. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, Sean. I'll be playing. I'm trying to talk on your behalf.
Y'all, I don't know why this shit. Storm outside, trying to do extra storm.
I got holes.
Yeah, I wish they would just cut this ghetto shit off. We don't need to see Krishan and Blueface ever again. And I'm getting Blueface said I'm gonna get that. I ain't gonna have no more other than Tatiana. Just look at how Blueface talking to this woman. I'm gonna play it now if it play.
Get out. Crazy. Make no sense. You tough, right? I thought you wasn't a bitch. I thought you were super hard, super
Is this nigga draws inside out?
tough. You acting like a bitch right now. You sitting in the car hiding from the real shit. So get out. We're not going home. You wanna fight me about some shit that you called me, that I called you back. Now you gonna cry about it like a bitch. I don't give a fuck what hurts. I'm hurting too. No.
See, like, why is a man even talking to a woman like this? Why does he think this is acceptable? Why does she think it's acceptable? Why do they think it's cool to hit each other with bottles? Why are the networks putting this type of shit out? Who is this for? Why is this even considered entertainment? Like, we got to draw the line on what's considered entertainment and abuse to changing our mind to do this stupid ass shit. Just think about the young people this is going to influence. The young people this is going to influence. This is how stupid this shit
Nobody
is.
cares about the man. They only care about the bitch. No, I want you to understand that you're a bitch and I'm not. That's what I want you to understand. Until you want what? Then come on, show me you're not one. You acting like one right now. You acting like a straight bitch. You sit in the car. That's what a bitch.
Why is this man talking to this woman like this?
Would do.
No, it's just disrespect.
When was it ever disrespectful? Because I'm a man.
That's so unfair.
Life is unfair. You can kiss a bitch, right? And it's just a girl, right? If I kiss a bitch, it's unfair. Yeah. Touche. What are you?
Krishan.
Do you have a vagina?
My name is Krishan.
You want to be a nigga so bad.
No.
You want to be a man so bad. I don't want to be with a man. I want to be with a bitch. But if you want to be a man, we could do this shit all day long. You call your friend and your friend call you bitch all day long. Why you get offended because I said it?
No, if we're arguing and we call each other bitches, it's a different type of bitch.
See, and this is stupid shit I be telling y'all about. Now we gotta have a different in bitch. The word should just be by the meaning. Bitch is supposed to be derogatory. You cannot take the word bitch and make it empowering ever in life. Just like nigga. Nigga is not an empowering word, even though they try to make it empowering. But let's continue.
Said what? I call you a bitch in bed. You talking about, don't call me that. Like, what type of dry ass sex is that? What the fuck are you talking about?
Do y'all see the gash this bitch just put in his head though? Like, look at that. And they all cuddled up, acting like this shit is normal. These people are sick. These are sick people. And there's a lot of this shit go on in our community. A lot of it. And don't come here and talk about other communities. I don't care. I haven't never dated outside of being black. So I don't care what other communities do. I'm talking about us as black people. This is shit that we allow to go on. We allow them to put on TV. And we really need good networks. Not even Tyler Perry don't even put out good shit. It's always a nigga cheating on the woman got to let the man drown in the tub. Black woman catching AIDS and cheating on her husband. It ain't never like wholesome, just everyday simple lifestyle Huxtable type TV.
Babe. The glass.
Oh.
I'm getting the glass out.
You can't just rip it like that.
I'm not rubbing it. I'm getting it out. Look. I gotta lay it all out in here. I'm about to go get a vacuum. But
So this bitch about to go get a vacuum to put on this nigga head, and he got a big ass gash right there. And I'm pretty sure he got to have a concussion. Gots to. So y'all don't think this relationship is going to end bad with somebody end up dead? Y'all don't think that this relationship is going to be with somebody ends up dead?
I ain't want to be that rough.
Shit.
Tiny, where the vacuum at? Huh? Maybe like this. Like, here you go.
I didn't even have this problem with your baby mama, my nigga. What the fuck you up there?
Nigga, I ain't Krishan.
Shit.
Just be quiet.
Just be quiet.
Just be putting sauce on the
What is she talking about right now?
Just be quiet.
I'm out, man. I'm gone, man. I'm gone, face. Did you notice, like, him? We took the loss.
All this lecturing, I get
No,
it.
it's not lecturing. We can lost
What's going
over
on? We're
$2
working.
million.
We're not making that shit up.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Listen. You can't make up the 2 million.
Yes, I can.
Because even if you make
I'm
the
making
2
way
million,
more
we
than
still
that.
2 million behind.
Way more.
She's slow. And y'all know she's slow. And I don't even know why Wack trying to even talk to her like she's a person with common sense. This is a woman that's in a relationship, just hit a man with a bottle, and you're trying to use reason to talk to this person. Wack stupid for even talking to her. That's how I know Wack is a dummy.
So what I need you to do, right, is have a mind of where
What?
you gonna make some adjustments.
Hey,
And you keep y'all personal indoors. And even when it's indoors, off
What?
the camera.
Why are we talking?
And you keep y'all personal shit
You
off.
is not my dad. Hold on.
I don't want to be your dad.
Or my manager.
Only thing I'm saying is this.
What?
Can we keep the personal shit indoors and off
Who
camera?
you talking to? My name is Krishan. I'm not even that bad. Like, oh, we have these little slip ups, cool, but all that other shit, no, we are working every day, 24/7.
I'm not asking about y'all working. I'm saying the personal things, the fights, the disputes.
That's not even all that. We're not even doing all that. Nothing's going on. We're chilling.
You want to see all these denial letters on my emails?
I don't even
cancellation.
Just hand them all that. Just handle all that. Wacky.
Handle it. You're not communicating with me. You still, can you keep the personal?
I don't want to talk. Like, I really
So it's just gonna continue to be what it's gonna be.
I don't give a fuck who say about ooh ah.
Yeah, but I give a fuck.
Okay.
We losing business.
All right.
Remember, our business was going before you was inserted in his business.
What business are you talking about? I get you, bro, but you still talking.
You were just on TMZ today.
I was?
You know, Hollywood Unlocked every other day. Every other day. Your career is on that incline because of the headlines you guys make.
Well, I came with him.
His career is on a decline.
It don't matter what his shit doing. I came with him.
It don't matter what his shit's doing.
It's gonna get handled. It's gonna go better. This is some regular.
Even if you don't calm down, it's gonna hurt your career.
We are gonna calm down.
It'll
we are
get
gonna
to
get
a
help.
point where
That's
your
why we have a
career be
team. That's why we're gonna do this. We show up for each other. We show up for whatever we got going on. Like, we stop showing up. That's when, oh yeah, we're not fucking with it. But we showing up. So
what the hell is this girl talking about? And why the fuck is Wack talking to this one? Why is Blueface even there? And he's the man. This is, I don't care about how much money in the world it is. I know it's content, and us as people now have become the content. And we all know that social media is a way that we can all have extra revenue and shit like that. But we got to think, bro, when is this shit going to be enough is enough? Like, when is enough enough? This does not make any sense for this grown man, probably 50 years old, be talking to this young girl, 20-something, early 20s, about how to maneuver and making money in business. He's been around long enough, and if it was me and Blueface was doing this type of stuff, I would just disassociate myself from Blueface until he was strong enough to cut this Krishan young lady off. This makes no sense.
it's whatever. I get what you're talking about, the negative. Cool. That's some regular ass shit that can be fixed. Be chilling. We got this.
I hope you're right.
Blue love you, I love you. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know? Chilling. Have a good day. The fuck?
And this is what this Zeus network is. A bunch of women fighting each other. And people get mad at other people for saying that they don't respect Black women. And I know all the Black women don't act like this. I know. But this is the people that are in the forefront representing Black women. What we do in our lives does affect how others see us. Me as a Black man, what I go out here and do in this world, I might encounter a white person who's never seen a Black person before or had any interaction with a Black man. If I'm rude, mean, or nasty, Her first impression of a black person is that, and so she might think other black men act that way or other black people act that way. So our lives do affect other people. So when they're putting these type of people in the forefront of other of the masses of the population in the world or millions of people, then you got to ask yourself, why are they doing that? Why are y'all using these type of people to represent black people or black women? Why every time somebody turns on Zeus to talk about Zeus, it's some black woman fighting? Are y'all really making that much money to go out there and disrespect your last name and who you are, get scratches on your face, knees, black eyes, hair pulled out your head, plugs in your head, and stuff like that? Is it really that much money to degrade yourself like that for people to actually know who you are? Is attention worth that much? Is attention worth that much? Scary question that we have to ask ourselves and have to ask other people. Is attention worth that much? Is attention worth the go check out my stories where men are trying to be like women now, and now they're out here putting dick prints on cameras and beating their dick on their stories and stuff like that. The men are becoming the new hoes right now. The men are becoming the new hoes right now. It was a point in time where, when Instagram started, you see nothing but women doing their thing. But now we have so many men trying to put their dick print on social media. The men are trying to act like the women now because the men need attention now. The men don't even want to work anymore. They want to use their assets like the women do. Sad part about it is people get rich. Women can get rich out having a vagina. I ain't never seen a nigga get rich because he has a big penis. Women get rich off vagina. I've never seen a man get rich off having a big penis. Period. Y'all name one. I don't even know rich porn. I don't even know rich male porn stars. Like they life look glamorous, whatever, or something like that. But just looking at it, I don't know men like that. Even Hugh Hefner got rich off the women, not fucking them. The women. So why are men thinking that they can go and resort to tactics that women have been using for centuries as if it's something new or they can do something new? I say, bro, we living in a scary time. Nobody wants to work. Everybody wants it easy, fast, and fun, exhilarating. Everybody posting their highlight reels on social media, and people think that's what the fuck's going on. It's always something. It is always something. But I'm about to get up out of here. I've been on here for a minute. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I really appreciate y'all feedback. Y'all give me some topics y'all want to talk about. If y'all want to talk about anything, aliens, because I've been researching aliens a lot lately. I don't think aliens exist. It's a weird thing. I don't think they exist. Um, I got a message. I don't think aliens exist, but I know a lot of people think they do. And they're supposed to be the intellectual being. This is my spill on aliens real quick before we get out of here. So they say aliens are real, right? And UFOs just fly around and people have spotted them and shit like that, right? But they say aliens built pyramids and they're supposed to be technologically advanced and all of this, and we can't even understand their propulsion systems and how and how these ships move so fast and travel like this. You got to ask yourself, if aliens actually existed, why would they be hiding from us if they're the technological big dogs? Ask yourself that. Why the fuck would an alien be hiding from him? What we gonna do to him if they technologically advanced in us? If they got the technology to shoot us, blow us up, ships that we can't understand how they fly and stuff like that, why would they be hiding from humans? They would just walk around this motherfucker and be like, I dare you to do something. I dare you to say something. Make it make sense. Nobody ever answered like those questions. And the reason I did that because I be watching Joe Rogan podcast. And I'm like, the shit they sound cool because they add a lot of big words and they act like they scientists. But a lot of the stuff they say don't have no common sense that enters the conversation. Like they say the pyramids were built by aliens because they can't understand how they built those type of pyramids or structures back in those days. So it had to be aliens. So one thing I think it's bullshit to even think that a motherfucker being 4, 5, 600 years, 1,000 years ago came to this motherfucker and put some rocks together. Listen to this. They put rocks together to build a pyramid, but they're technologically advanced. Well, if they're thousands of years in advancement of us ahead of us, why would they be using rocks? Like, why don't they use anything gold or steel or anything that we use nowadays? If they were so technologically advanced, why would they use a rock to build a pyramid? Makes no sense. But that's just my spiel. It was random off topic. But like I said, I've been searching by aliens and shit like that. It's the New Normal Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure y'all like the video. Please give me some likes. Please, please, please give me some likes. Y'all share the video, subscribe. You watching on Facebook, y'all make sure y'all like the video, share the video, follow the page. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in. It's the New Normal Podcast, and we gone.